We live, baby. Welcome to Straight Up Tennessee. It's the Monday Rundown live tonight. It is definitely Monday. I promise this is not pre-recorded. The boys are on this thing live tonight. Really diving in, man. The orange and white game is Saturday. Like we've been talking about it for weeks, and now after 15 practices, by this Friday, there will be a game, and they're going to be wearing orange and white, and they get to play inside of the mecca of college football, in my opinion, Neyland Stadium. Got a lot of details for everybody if you haven't seen them about the game, so we'll talk all about that in the first part of the show today. But then, man, in the second part, we really want to dive into what position groups are we locked into. You know, there's a lot of talk around, is the quarterback room really a competition or is it not? I'm hearing a lot of like different little things that's making me think like, okay, is Nico actually going to be further down the line than we think? Second of all, defensively, the defensive line got a lot of dogs on it. And I'm interested to see who Gardner runs out there. Obviously, it's spring, but what position groups are we locked in? And then lastly, man, we're just going to talk and get ready. On3 released something crazy today about who is the top 10 best college football coaches right now, 2023. The list, you will lose your mind. You will lose your mind. So it's your boys. We live tonight, and it's Straight Up Tennessee, baby. It is the Monday Rundown. Let's get it.
The Northander sets the race onto the field. The pilots will be boring the giant T that stretches from that north end ground on a cold day, becoming Glendale as the big orange sets the race on the Geo Watkins Field, ladies and gentlemen, and wherever you are.
What's good, people? What's really good?
What up?
Everybody is having a great Monday. It is the Monday Rundown. The boys are live tonight, man. Thank you guys for tuning in. Whatever you are doing right now, man, go ahead right now. Hit that like button. Let's go ahead and fill the comments up, man. Go ahead and fill up the comment section. Let us know where you're watching from. Let us know if you're vibing with us tonight. This episode will then also air tomorrow on our Apple Podcast and our Spotify podcast platforms. But everybody watching live tonight, turn up with us, man. It's going to be a great night. Got the boy Turn in the building. It's your boy Ruck. Turn, what's goody, man? It's Monday. What's happening?
Monday, man. You know it feels good, man, when you get an email from Tennessee Athletics saying, "Don't forget your tickets to the orange and white game."
Dude, listen, I was thinking about that today, and obviously I'm in the mid-state. Everybody knows that. I think now, if you've been rocking with us for any time, I live in Nashville. And it's only 2.5 hours to get there. The closer it gets, I'm like, who am I kidding? I'm going to this game, bro. Like,
you have to. You have to.
And so still kind of on the fence, trying to figure it out, you know, what it looks like, how what sense does it make, and all of that. But I think we may make the trip just over in the morning on Saturday. It just makes sense, bro. It's a massive. It's the second orange and white game ever in the Josh Heupel era. You know, last year, massive stadium renovation, so they did not allow anybody in there. They did more like a Tennessee Family Day style type game.
Yeah.
2021, they did an orange and white game, and it was terrible because our team was just terrible. I think we had like 47 guys on the roster. Like it was horrible. So, but now, man, this is a massive time. And I feel like the life of the Josh Heupel era, but also for us as Tennessee fans and people that cover the team, and we just look at it like, man, this could be. I hesitate to say this, but this could be the team that gets us over the hump even more. I think last year the stage was set, but now I think there's another level that we have to get to in order to continue to gain the respect of the college football landscape. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm with you. It's gonna be hard to beat next year or last year.
Oh man, I mean, just from the energy, one thing I told you, like we were getting emails over the last couple of weeks about like the big orange caravan. I went
Mhm.
last year and I had never been before. I'm going again just because. I think it's on April 20th when they come here, and they're doing it at Nissan Stadium this year.
Ooh, that's kind of dope. I know. I kind of want to go. I ain't been to one either.
It's kind of cool. Like the setup is kind of like very it's definitely a show. It's not like I mean, it is relaxed, but it's like you go in there, you pay $20, you
Yeah.
got some food. There's a ton of people there, and then they like Chancellor Plowman gets up there and she talks for a minute, and then they bring up all the coaches. Like, and when I say all the coaches, like it was Kelly Harper, Rick Barnes, Josh Heupel last year. And they were kind of like in a panel style, and the crowd gets to ask some questions, but they also have some things that they just are definitely going to talk about. But it's really cool. Like, I mean, they talk for like 30-40 minutes and then it's over.
Yeah. I'd like to go because it's in Knoxville too, right?
I think so. I know Memphis, Nashville, and maybe Chat. Does that sound right?
I know it's in Knoxville. I seen it on the list.
But that'll be dope. So, but yeah, man, I see everybody still joining in, man. Go ahead and like the video, like this live stream right now. Go ahead and hit subscribe, man, if you have not subscribed to the channel. Over 73% of the people that watch our show are not subscribed. What are you doing? Hit the subscribe button. Like, if you like the content, you're obviously watching. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button, man. And again, for the new people, y'all, by the way, over the weekend, man, we had a video from last Friday that cooked and got some new subscribers, some new people joining the Straight Up Tennessee family. So in this episode, at the top of it, man, we want to let everybody know this is not the media. So if you're coming on here wanting to know how practice looked and
Sorry.
how big does Jalen Wright look and all of this stuff, we don't really have the answers. We got people that are around the university, and they got a lot of say. They have a lot, not necessarily say, but they have a lot of insider knowledge. So we get some information from them, but there's only so much they can share.
Facts.
And so if you're coming on here looking for like a big blog post about, what Coach Heupel said to the media, we were not in there and we didn't get to write anything about it. We just two dudes from East Tennessee.
East Tennessee boys.
Love the Vols, baby. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we say is it's straight up Tennessee, baby, from the Vols to the Grizzlies. We cover all things Tennessee, baby. But let's jump in, man. Orange and white game Saturday. I kind of want to like diagnose this in a different way than normal, right? So things to look forward to. Obviously, we'll get into positions, but just for people that are watching, what's up, Adrian? What's up, my boy? Man, me and Adrian went to kindergarten together, bro.
Really?
Kindergarten. Ritta, turn up, Ritta.
Hey,
Yes,
Ritter. I went to
sir.
Ritter too.
Yeah, turn up, Ritta Rangers. That's what we were back in the day. You hear me?
I was gonna say, I don't even remember what the mascot was.
We was out there like the Rangers, boy. Walker, Texas Ranger. But anyways, for everybody that does not know, obviously Orange and White game Saturday, 2:30 Eastern time. Now, I'm hearing rumors the game will be on ESPN Plus. Now, this does not mean that if you have regular TV or YouTube TV even that you can get this game. If you have an ESPN Plus or a Disney Plus subscription, you will be able to see this game. You can just log in straight to the ESPN app. Just like when Tennessee basketball plays on like SEC Network Plus, and you got to get on the ESPN app to see it.
Yeah.
This game is supposed to be on ESPN 3 or Plus or whatever, and so we'll see. I have that's not been confirmed, but what up, Noah? What up, bro?
What up, dog?
So that's not confirmed yet. However, we'll see. 2:30 Saturday. It is a $5 cover. You got to pay $5 to get in that thing. Parking,
Which is crazy to me, bro.
bro. It used to be that way though. Like when you go back in history, like dude, that was just normal.
I know, but I guess I just got used to just showing up
because we was garbage.
We was trash.
Like, dude, when you suck it, nobody's gonna pay to see that anyways. There it is. It is on ESPN Plus. There it is, Brody.
There it
Miss
is.
Rebecca, what's happening? Glad you're on tonight. But so yeah, 2:30 Saturday. Uh Brady, that boy, Brady, you young bulldog. If y'all ain't seen the boy, he out there killing people in football out there in Gibbs. So turn up Brady one time
Listen,
for us, bro.
Brady might know more about Tennessee football than we do. Let's just
I
be
know he
honest.
does. We need to get him on the show one time for the one time, man. But you know, also just thinking last kind of things about Saturday specifically. We got a lot of different things to look forward to when it comes to pregame. They got a new Vol Village Festival that's going to be going on. This could be the biggest orange and white game we've seen since, I think the 2016 year with Butch Jones was the most hype we've had over the last 10 years,
That's fact.
and that was the last year with AJ and Kurt, Majid, Dobbs. Like that
That
team
was like
was,
a man. I remember going to that one. That was more of like I felt like I was watching like the NFL Combine.
yeah,
You know
it
what I mean? Like
was.
they had games out there.
They was
Quarterbacks
doing
were
like
getting.
Oklahoma drill and stuff. I was like, what? I said, bro, we came out here to see a scrimmage. Like
Yeah, it was
y'all
different.
out here doing skill competitions like All-Star Weekend.
Brick by brick, baby.
Yeah, he laid some. Anyways. But yeah, it should be a great day. The Vol Village Festival is going to be really dope. Everything's starting at noon. Parking is free. Although there's a $5 cover, parking's free. So it makes up for it, man. You get there early, you can park on the top of G10 and walk over a bridge, So
I was about to ask you. You think G10? You think it gets full pretty quick?
I don't know. I think this will be the big. Dude. In all honesty, the best garage is the one that's on top of Thompson Bowling Arena. Not that side where G10 is, but I think it's like G3, G4, G3.
Yeah,
When you can park underneath and walk up the stairs, and you walk right into the west side of Thompson Bowling Arena.
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Dude, that's where they did SEC Nation against Alabama.
Yeah, I remember that.
Bro, that's the best. That like if you can park on top of that flat, it's money. So Boogie Bentley from Talking Vols will be in the G10 garage. That's dope. I'm sure they're gonna be They might stream live. Are they going to stream the show live? Noah, have you heard?
That's pretty dope.
Dude, I watch Talking Vols all the time. I love those little quick 10-minute videos are like gold in the mornings.
Stay on. I wish they put that junk on like Spotify or something.
Yeah,
It's hard for me to watch YouTube videos during the day.
It is. That's why we always try to do both. So, but man, all right, moving into just like part 2 today. Looking forward to Saturday because there are a lot of positions that we kind of are. Not kind of like we're unsure. We're unsure at wide receiver right now, and when I say unsure, it's not that there's not dogs in that room. Like we know there's dogs in the receiver room. You get Brew McCoy back. You add a transfer in 6'5", 205-pound Dante Thornton from Oregon. You still got Squirrel White, who showed you what he's going to do in the Orange Bowl. He showed you. He had flashes all year, but he showed you who he's going to be, right? And so when you think about the progression of that room, and then you think about the progression of the quarterback room. Obviously, Joe Milton showed us that, in my opinion, he's QB1. Like I'm, going back to what I said earlier in the show, it is hard for me to believe that Nico will actually be ready week 1.
I don't think so. I don't. Me personally, I don't think there's much of a competition in my eyes. Of course. That's just me. I have no idea, I have no insight or whatever. I'm just thinking. Joe Milton proved it during the daggum Orange Bowl that he can do it.
Yeah.
And, especially we kind of talked about it, like I feel like he was like a 2 progression read at the Orange Bowl, which is totally fine. He ain't played all season. It was Hendon Hooker's offense. But I'm excited to see a whole off season with Heupel forming this offense around Joe Milton.
I'm very interested, like what Adrian said too, man. Like the offensive line is a question mark, right? Like, and I say that lightly. We know, okay, you get Mincy back, you get Crawford back, you get John Campbell from Miami transfer, you get the Texas transfer, you get guys, right? You still got Coop, you still got Ollie Lane, who played a lot of snaps due to injury over the last couple years. Dane Davis is back. Like there's some pieces that make sense, but do the transfer start? I'm hearing John Campbell is starting, period, from
Fact.
Miami. He played 11 games last year for Miami, ACC team. I mean, they're playing Clemson and North Carolina, Virginia Tech. They're playing great football teams. I think with his size, he can translate to our offense in a year. But the question is, John Campbell's starting at left tackle, from what I understand too. So now what happens? Does Mincy go to right and start, or does Crawford go to right and start?
All I know is we need Cooper Mays healthy all year. That's
You
not
know,
that's
there's
no
two.
that's no disrespect to Nichols or anybody, but
No. But there are two people on this offensive line in 2023 who cannot get hurt. That is Cooper Mays and that is Javonte Spraggins.
facts.
There can be no sign of injury because those are the anchors. I feel like they're the leaders. I mean, look, Coop, like, let's think about this, bro. Cooper Jr.
Yeah, bro, and it's not
Cooper
necessarily
Jr.
it's not
Wow.
necessarily the fact of Cooper Mays is a phenomenal lineman, but like you said, he's the backbone of that line. He's the one making sure everybody's lined up doing what they're supposed to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And so, I mean, I'm just interested now. How do the new pieces on that line kind of add in to each other? What does that look like? But again, going back to the receivers and the quarterback room, dang, that's crazy because it was dead in there.
Oh,
Like, it
Missouri.
wasn't dead, but like, bro, no, we're gonna have to get you. We're gonna have to get you in a big boy game, Brody. We're gonna have to get you in. You know what game is probably gonna be the loudest game in Neyland Stadium this year, depending on the records. But that South Carolina game is gonna be crazy. I'm telling you, bro. After they embarrassed us, bro, I can tell you. Well, let me say this: the South Carolina game for the first quarter is gonna be lit.
Yeah, then we're gonna curb stomp them.
But overall, yes, I agree with you, Adrian. Like,
Georgia.
Georgia's gonna be crazy, bro. Georgia is going to be absolutely insane. Shout out Big Dave. What's up, man? So again, though, going back into the receiver room, you get Brew. Squirrel White showed us what he's gonna do. Joe Milton showed us how he's gonna be. Let's flip sides.
I mean, you can't forget about, you're talking about offense, man. You can't forget about Ramel Keaton. Ramel Keaton might have had,
could be wide receiver too. Very well could be.
Ramel Keaton, in my opinion, had the best catch of the season last year.
Might have had the most clutch catch too, because I mean, 2 minutes before halftime, kind of like a lull of a game. I think we were losing 13-7. I'm pretty sure we were losing.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, ball was a little far. And he went and got it. And so obviously we'll come back to that, but flip the side of the field defensively, all I've heard is great things.
Yeah.
And I just don't know still how good the secondary can be, right? Like, I feel like the right guys are there. If you guys haven't seen, Christian Charles actually has moved back to safety. So that's made way for Gabe Judy Lolly is probably CB1. Has to be.
That's what we're here. That's what I'm hearing. That's what the buzz is for sure.
I mean, that's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing him and Nico Slaughter. Like, they saying Danico Slaughter has completely like owned the corner position,
as he should.
Bro, they had asked him a question in his interview. What was it? Maybe was it last week or 2 weeks ago? Anyway, I don't remember what day it was. They asked Danico, how do you balance playing physical and playing finesse? He said, "Oh, I just play physical. Period." I play physical, and I guess it just plays into Like it plays into how he can move around the field because he's gonna hit, period. And obviously he's got great ball skills. That ball he picked off against Will Levis, that fade route. I mean, bro, it's crazy, crazy
Oh, dude.
interception. And so, but I agree with Noah, bro. What he said right there, like all we need is like 5 more stops a game, and we will beat
What
everybody by 40.
what have I mean, we both said it since last year. Our defense doesn't have to be top 10 defense in the league. Our defense just has to be okay and
It
get
has to be
stops.
okay, bro. Has
That's
to be
it.
okay.
Because
You
our
know,
offense, we're gonna score points.
we're
Our
going
defense just
exactly.
has to get stops.
And you know what? That's what happened against Clemson. And I think Clemson was so shocked at how well defensively we played that you hold Clemson scored 14 points on us, bro.
Fact.
14, 2 touchdowns.
No offense to, I mean, that QB gonna be good too.
K Klubnik, yeah, he's gonna be nice. He's
He's
gonna be
gonna be
nice.
nice.
But if I'm correct, though, they only scored 1 touchdown on us. They kicked like 3 or 4 field goals.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
When he missed like 4 of them.
yeah, it was bad. Yeah. So, but like we said, every game, obviously this year we kick off in Nashville at Nissan Stadium against Virginia. Tennessee should win that game handily, right?
Sure.
But the thing that I'm looking for is not necessarily the win. Of course, I want to see us win the football game, but I'm looking even this Saturday. Like I'm just looking at, of course, I want to see big plays. Like I want to see the offense do well, but at the same time, I want to see the defense out here hitting and like just playing fast, like catching interceptions, man. Like I just that's one thing that we haven't had, and I've said this, dude. The best corner at Tennessee in the last 5 to 8 years is Cameron Sutton. Cam
Facts.
Sutton, he was a ball hawk. He saw ball, he got ball. And like we don't have a guy like that.
Mm-mm. Nope. Nope. We sure don't.
But we need it. And so I think for me going into Saturday, what am I paying the most attention to? I'm paying the most attention to the offensive line and the corners because, again, we can sit here and talk about the receiver group. We can talk about the receiving room all day. Chaz Nimrod is having a great spring from what we hear. Dante Thornton has not played in either scrimmage because he's still nursing a hamstring injury.
Aaron Beasley ain't played in a single scrimmage either.
And hey, very well could be just precautionary. Who actually knows? Again, we don't actually know. But Chaz Nimrod has supposedly had a great spring. Caleb Webb has had flashes. Nathan Laycock, I heard out of the mouth of Danico Slaughter that Nathan Laycock is physical. Said he just did not expect him to be that physical. Yeah. And for a freshman to be getting that feedback from a senior who is probably the most physical defensive back since Jensen Jackson. I mean,
Jensen Jackson, man.
Bro, Jensen Jackson was different. Different. So I say all that to say this, y'all. Saturday's going to be fun. But I'm looking at the offensive line, and I'm really looking at the corners on Saturday and what's the improvement.
I think you see a bunch of young guys.
Do you think Saturday. Okay, let's say it's a 4-quarter game, which is more than likely going to be a 4-quarter football game. They might play like 10-minute quarters. They ain't going to play 15. 12 or something like that. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Does Joe Milton play a half or does he play a quarter? 1 quarter.
I think, in my opinion. I think, but at the same time, I have no idea what it's going to look like. I mean, for all we know, it could be Joe 1 series, Nico 1 series, Joe series, Nico 1 series. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I think you see a bunch of young guys.
All right, so we normally would wait till Friday to do this, but I'm thinking about it right now. So, Chop It Up Friday this week will technically be like a 1 more day episode. That's kind of lit to think about.
That's good. That's cool. That's dope to think about. Facts.
Turn me up. But past that, who wins the scrimmage and why? Does defense win or does the offense win a scrimmage?
I think defense wins the scrimmage. I really do.
What up,
Why?
T?
I just I don't know, man. From what I've heard in the past scrimmages, defense have been killing it so far.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest.
And I don't know. And like, what is, yeah, Adrian says defense. Hey,
Mhm.
everybody watching, who do you think wins the scrimmage Saturday? Does the defense win or does the offense win the scrimmage Saturday? And maybe even say why. Um, but yeah, I think like we said, bro, defense is so reactionary and it's the spring. Like the offense is not going to get clicking till July, you know?
Facts.
And so it's just, I don't know, bro. I'm gonna say defense as well, but hoping that the offense like blows us away. Like when we watch them play, we'd be like, oh my gosh, like we gonna be a problem.
Yeah, and it's kind of hard to tell in these scrimmages when you come down to it because like the defense practices with the offense. Like I mean they know what I don't want to say they know what the plays are, but they kind of know what they're looking for. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
So it kind of makes it. I think that's why defense has a upper hand. You know what I mean?
I agree with you. I agree with you.
You
So
know, and I don't mean that no disrespect towards the defense. I think our defense is going to be a lot better than last year, in my opinion. But they
I
kind of
think,
know what to look forward to.
yeah, I think the number one thing that we will see this year defensively that we thought that we would get it, but I think now we're gonna see it more. I think we're gonna see a lot more pressures that are actually completed, right? Like we
Facts.
got there last year, but we could not finish.
Facts.
Like, I mean, I can count right now in specific games Byron Young, Tyler Barron, Jeremy Banks. Bro, if Jeremy Banks makes that tackle against Stetson Bennett against Georgia, if Jeremy Banks doesn't miss that tackle on that scramble that he scored on,
Mm-hmm.
I completely still to this day think it would have been a completely different game. That was third down,
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
third and 14.
I agree 100%.
Bro, like
100%.
there's no way you can tell. Bro, it would have been a completely different. You forced Georgia to 3 on their first offensive possession. Bro, it would have changed everything for that game. And I think that score there right before the rain, it screwed us. So
Oh,
let's see. Going back reading the chat a little bit, man.
my
Uh
ears rang for about
oh yeah.
2 days.
Noah,
Noah.
Noah, Noah, real talk. Um, I ain't gonna lie, bro. They said that the last, like the highest, like the Richter scale is basically how many decibels it is in the stadium. The highest before the Alabama game was what 115 or something like that,
Mhm.
118.
Yeah.
The Alabama game was 124 decibels at one point. It was so loud that, like, you hear the analogy or like you hear the thing. It was so loud I couldn't even hear myself think. No, 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 no. Like it was so loud that I legitimately could not even hear. Like I couldn't feel myself thinking. Like it was so loud, bro. That and I don't remember. I don't know if you remember this. It was on, and I think we broke the Richter. I think we broke the record when Jalen Hyatt caught the seam route and took
Oh,
it. And bro, when he was running, I felt like the whole side of the stadium that we said, I thought it was gonna fall in because it was just like shaking. And I was like, dude, this might be the craziest environment I have ever been in, bro.
did you you saying Jalen Hyatt on the same round? Did you see that meme? It was
What?
Jalen Hyatt, when he got the Alabama dude on his knees.
Oh yeah, it said Jesus and then the tomb. Yeah, that was funny. That was funny.
But it was loud. It was
It was bad, bro. It hurt. It hurt. Like afterwards, I can vividly remember walking back to the car talking, but I was yelling because I didn't know how loud I was talking. Like, yeah, it's third down.
we
Yeah.
got to fix that third down song though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro. We talked about this on Chop It Up Friday. If y'all haven't seen Chop It Up Friday from last week, or sorry, not last week, the midweek chat from last week when we did Gas or Trash Wednesdays, that third down song gotta be changed. But catching up, see what my dude T said. Defense is hungry. They hear all the talk. They especially heard all the talk last season. That's facts. Players matured and they're all balled in. And Josh has that's bro. Key point before we wrap the show up. You said something that I tell dude, Turner, you could tell them how many times I talk about this, bro. I talk about this all the time. We are still, this is year 3 of Josh Heupel. Counting this year, we are still another year away from Josh Heupel fully having a roster that is all his guys.
Facts.
He been doing what he's done the last 2 years with some scrubs. Let's be real.
No,
With
you ain't
some
lying.
scrubs, bro. Not
You ain't
dudes
lying.
that he was like, you know what? Yeah, they're gonna fit my offense. Because now, because he's at Tennessee and he's at what I would call like, I mean, when you think about top 10 schools in the country, you cannot say Tennessee's not on that list. I'm sorry. Name 10 schools better. There ain't 10 better.
Nope.
When it comes to football and tradition and pageantry and success. But I say this all the time, T. I'm not lying. Like, what is gonna happen when Josh Heupel gets his dudes, 100% his dudes on this team, bro? Like, whoo! Let's be real. Josh Heupel didn't want Hendon Hooker. He crafted Hendon Hooker. Bro, Hendon Hooker in the 2021 orange and white game, I swear I was like, why is he on the field?
Because, correct me if I'm wrong, but Hooker had already planned to transfer before Heupel came, correct?
Hooker committed. Virginia Tech did not make a bowl game that year. Hendon Hooker committed January, like the first week of January. Heupel was hired on January 21st.
Facts. I mean, and just the whole thing with Hendon Hooker. Hendon Hooker, I don't mean this in a bad way. Hendon Hooker was a nobody. I'm just being dead honest.
It's facts, buddy.
I mean, and now he's getting talked about still going first round. I mean,
yeah,
it's all about your coach.
Yeah,
Joshua
bro,
Joseph is a beast.
Josh Josephs is gonna be crazy. He gonna be crazy. Don't be surprised if the offense is the best per usual. Yeah, the run game is. Yeah, I think we definitely. I mean, the young guys. When I'm talking about like Deshaun Bishop from Carnes, Heupel said he's had flashes. We know, dude, Jalen Wright might be the best running back in the SEC this year. Who knows? He really has a shot at being the best running back in the SEC.
Man, you know, I heard Cam Seldon be running hard too.
Dude, we got athletes now, dog. Like that's the thing that's another thing that makes Saturday so exciting. So Heupel is like a magician making more out of less. 100%. So
that is true.
Man, I was gonna talk about the 10 coaches. I'm gonna save that for the midweek chat on Wednesday, y'all. Check this out, man. We're getting ready to wrap up this Monday rundown, but on Wednesday, it's gonna be back kind of to our normal flow. We're gonna start trying to go live more, like maybe once or twice a week, especially when football gets here. We'll definitely go live. I mean, like, bro, this fall. We probably go live. I know we do 4 episodes. We got the Monday rundown, which will turn into the Who Is. Then you get the midweek chat. That's going to be live every week because we're going to do Gas or Trash Wednesdays on top of Hit the Gas or Pump the Brakes. Friday is going to be the One More Day episode. And then obviously we have the next day episode after the game. So, I mean, we've had to have content on content on content. And you're right, T. Dylan Sampson is a problem. David Hobbs is going to be a problem. This is the thing. You can name so many people, and we know this. They going to be problems. That's the thing. That's what Josh Heupel has done. Because you know what? All because he gets to wear this right here on his hats. This right here. Now, I wish he was wearing this for real, because then we be rich. You feel me? But nah, he going to be wearing this tee on his own, like, that brings so many guys in because people know the history, bro. People know Tennessee as being one of the dominant programs in college football over the last 20, 30, 40 years.
That's facts.
And so, man, Saturday's going to be fun. We obviously going to dive in more on Wednesday to talk more about it, but go ahead. You about to say something?
And I think I'm most excited about the orange and white game, not just the orange and white game, just this season in general, because I literally have no idea what to expect. Like, I literally have no idea who is going to be on the depth chart as a starter on that first week against Virginia? I have no idea. I mean, you can guess your few, you know, but I mean, you don't know. You got so many dudes coming up and so many transfers. I mean, dude, our linebackers are insane. I mean,
bro.
golly, we got
Keenan
dudes.
Peely, Beasley, Caleb
Big,
and Elijah Herring, Josh Joseph, James Pierce, Tyree West, David Hobbs, Arion Carter. Bro, the list goes on and on
it
and
does,
on.
bro.
So, man, thank y'all so much for rocking with us this Monday night, man, on the Monday Rundown, man. It's been a pleasure being live tonight. It's lit, man. We're going to do this more often. Hope everybody has a great night. But also, man, if you haven't already, continue hit that like button right now. Subscribe to the channel right now. If you haven't subscribed, what are you doing? Again, 73% of the people that watch our videos and watch our show are not subscribed.
Share the
What are
video.
you doing? Share the video out as well, man. If you're listening right now on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, we appreciate you as well, man. Y'all already know what it is, man. It's Straight Up Tennessee, baby. And we will be back on Wednesday. Listen, Wednesday is Gas or Trash Wednesday. Right now, if you're listening, you're going to get first dibs. This Wednesday, we are talking about Knoxville restaurants, gas or trash. Now, they don't have to be just solely to Knoxville, because there are some chain restaurants in Knoxville that have some specific locations that are gas and some other locations that are trash. So if you would comment on this video and go ahead and start adding, like right now, wherever you are, even if you're watching the rebroadcast, whatever, go ahead right now and say, just start naming some Knoxville restaurants, and you got to put the location. It's very, very important, because if you tell me you're going to say McDonald's by Easttown, I'm going to tell you that that is trash. But if you were saying McDonald's in Halls, it's gas.
Gas.
You see what I'm saying? If you say Waffle House off Cedar Bluff, that's absolute trash. But if you say Waffle House off Asheville Highway in Chehowee, gas. You see what I'm saying? So it's very important that you put the exact location. You feel me? So we'll be back Wednesday, man, for Gas or Trash Wednesday. It's the midweek chat. We're gonna talk more about the coaching saga that we didn't talk about, like we said today we would. But there was a list of 10 coaches, and Josh Heupel was not on the. We're gonna talk about that Wednesday, but you already know what it is, man. For your boy, for my dude Turner, it's your boy Ruck in the building, and you already know what it is, man. It's Straight Up Tennessee. We'll see you back on Wednesday for the midweek chat. We out. Let's get it.